What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. As always, I am Draco, and welcome to the Global Challenge Team Breakdown episode. We're not going to do practice battles, we're not tweaking, we're not doing anything like that. I'm just going to go on Showdown. I'm going to show you the team and break down the EVs. I'm going to show you a Pikalytics damage calculator because of what I figured out with this team. It amazes me, and I want to share with you guys. Only did 20 matches in the Global Challenge. Day 1 went 10-5, Day 2 went 1-4, and I was out. There was a couple of matches I went up against that just, honestly, like, it soured me on Day 1. I had a sour taste in my mouth after a couple of battles because one was legitimate, just bad manners, and I don't understand why you would play that. We're not going to talk about that. And the other one, it was just, it was a stall team, and it just, I was like, if this is what it's going to be, I don't know. So I recorded the 2 episodes for Day 1, which is what you guys see. And then Day 2, I was going to just play off camera, and I went up against another stall team, and then it was a trick room team. It was a trick room team, and it was a trick room team, and I was like, my team has options for trick room, but if you still manage to get trick room up, I'm not going to win. It's very, very hard for my team to operate with trick room because it's pretty hyper offensive. We do have taunt, and I tried, but I don't know. And Day 2, I just had some personal issues going on, and I just wasn't in the mental state to play. So 5 matches, lost 4, won 1. I was done. And then I was done with Global Challenge. I had no intentions of continuing playing. I was planning on playing Day 3, but I started watching the Portland regionals, and I was like, whatever. So that's how it went. But what we're going to do is I'm going to jump over onto Showdown. We're going to break down the team. We're going to go on the ladder, have some battles, probably 2, and then I do plan on using this team for a full Draco's Journey episode because we just got to. So let's jump over and talk about the team. Alright, here it is, Showdown. No face cam because when it's on and I am doing this, my computer can't handle it. I get all choppy and you can't really understand me at that point, and it's laggy and it's terrible quality, so we're just gonna do the voiceover. Anyways, let's just make sure we're recording. We are okay. I just want to make sure I was recording. This is Showdown. Showdown is the team builder that I use, that everybody uses to build their teams and theorize their teams. So what we got here is the iterations of the team and how I arrived at the final team. We're going to always, first we'll start with what my original idea was, and then we'll just go into what was what and what did what. As you can see on the far left, this is a Beartic team. So, I was, what was I doing? How did this happen? Yeah, so I was on a live stream, and I wasn't live streaming, but I was watching a live stream, and someone had commented, what about Beartic with Swift Swim? And I was like, that's really interesting. Global Challenge is coming up. Let's see if we can't come up with something. So I started working on the team, and I went with the standard rain, fire, grass, water. No, not fire, grass, water. Why did I say that? I went with just the standard Palafin, Pelipper in the rain, and then Beartic had Swift Swim. So it works, and it was cool and everything. And I went with the Assault Vest because I wanted him to be bulky, and I went Steel Terra because I'll tell you that. I'll tell you why I went Steel Terra in a second. I went Steel Terra, and I went Liquidation, Earthquake, Icicle Crash for stab, and then Steel Terra, Terra Blast. And then I went with Palafin, Pelipper, Amoonguss, Chinpal, and Fluttermane. And I went with a Life Orb Fluttermane, and it worked really good. And then I went with Mental Herb Amoonguss. Yes, because there's a lot of Gyarados out there taunting, and I figured if we can taunt, and then, turn around and Spore and stuff like that, then we'll be in good shape. Damp Rock on the Pelipper, and the standard movesets for all the other Pokemon are the standard movesets that they are running. Beartic is the only thing that I really worked on. Everything else is just stuff I had in the boxes already ready to go. But I was like, I don't want to use Amoonguss. I just didn't want to use Amoonguss because I'd used Amoonguss on a few teams prior, and I didn't feel like it. I was like, I just don't want to use Amoonguss. So I was like, well, we could just toss Wu Qian on the team. We got Leech Seed, we got Foul Play, we got Leftovers, we got Protect. we got Pollen Puff. Well, what it became is there was like a stall kind of part of the team, and I don't really like stall. That's what actually made me shy away from playing in the global challenges, is the 3 or 4 stall teams I went up against. And I was like, yeah, no, I'm good on this. And I was like, it works, but is it working good enough? So I had a grass water core, and then I had the Fluttermane. I put Baxcalibur on the team because I had Chinpow on the first one, and I just was like, I'm not gonna run 2 Rune Pokemon. I'm just gonna run 1. I don't really need the Chinpow, which Chinpow could be cool sitting next to Beartic, but I don't know. I just like, I don't really want it or need it. So that's why Beartic came on, or that's why, I'm sorry, not Beartic, Baxcalibur came on the team. And it's just the loaded dice one. It's Thermal Exchange, which is good because it helps with the fire Pokemon that are out there, which is a big weakness to Beartic, and even Wu-Chen. But still went with the Fluttermane with the Life Orb, and then the standard Palafin and Pelipper. So I was testing the team at this point, and this was what I was going to use. I was pretty set on this. And I'm testing. I'm doing showdown testing, and I was just about, really honestly, I was ready to start building in game. And I was just on the computer looking at stuff, and then I read something, and that's with the Snow this year. With Snow, it ups defense. It's like the sand for the sand. It's the same thing, ups your defense. And I was like, well, the problem I was running into was Beartic can be kind of squishy, right? And he doesn't take a lot of hits. Even, the Assault Vest was there. I'm like, there's just got to be a better way to run him. And I just wasn't vibing with the rain. I don't know if it was just Beartic not vibing with the team or what it was, but I wasn't just vibing with the team. And first and foremost, if you're going to play, I really feel like if you're going to do successful, or you're going to be good, or you're going to have a good time, any one of those 3 things, a very key thing is to gel with your team, to feel good about your team, to vibe with your team, to you and your team be on the same page. And I just wasn't with it. I just wasn't having it. I don't know what it was. I was winning. It was doing good, but I just wasn't feeling the rain. So like I said, I realized that Snow had started to come up in the meta. So I was like, Snow's coming in the meta. A lot of people are choosing Snow. There's a lot of, weather war going on. There's a lot of sand. There's a lot of, there's some rain. But I was like, Snow is becoming very big right now. Let's look into Snow. So I started looking at Obama Snow. I'm like, Obama Snow gets some really good stuff. It has Aurora Veil, it has Blizzard, it even has Ice Shard, it has Helping Hand, it has Protect. You can give it a Focus Sash so it doesn't really one-tap like we have here on the screen. So I was like, set. I'm like, this Snow. Because all of a sudden, I was able to calc Beartic to take some pretty decent hits from a pretty heavy physical meta. And I was like, hey, this is good stuff. And it was working really well. I threw Iron Bundle on the team because Obama Snow and Iron Bundle pair super well. I was like, let's just make this thing as fast as possible. And that's when Talonflame came on the team. And then I was like, okay, Fluttermane works really, really well. Baxcalibur is an awesome Pokemon. He's really hard to deal with in certain cases. Let's just stick with the Dragon Fairy Core. And I had Beartic as Steel, but he was still being punished. He wasn't losing weaknesses. And I feel like Terra works really well if you can lose a weakness versus gaining a weakness or keeping a weakness you already have. So that's why I went with Water Terra. And then I changed his moveset to Protect, Rock Slide, Icicle Crash, and Heavy Slam. Now I'm going to show you why Heavy Slam right now. We're just going to talk about it right now. Heavy Slam is... Heavy Slam with the attack investment of 148. You see right here? Guaranteed Oko. And the Fluttermane that I went with is the bulky Fluttermane that I use with the 252 defense. Yep. Okay. That's just the first part of what I was like, what was happening here. I'm finding out this thing. I'm like, Beartic with Heavy Slam, Oko's Fluttermane. Now check this out. Okay. Our Bear Tick, or our Flutter, my Flutter Mane, the Flutter Mane that I use regularly, the Choice Spec Bulky build, has a speed of 170. Okay, Bear Tick speed is 103 with Jolly, with Slush Rush. Okay, watch this. If we get the Snow up, all of a sudden you have a 206 speed stat, and you are outspeeding Flutter Mane. Yep. It is literally, you outspeed Flutter Mane, you return, and you literally heavy slam and KO it. If it has the Focus Sash, you're okay, because if you look right here, a Moonblast is a guaranteed 2-hit KO. A Dazzling Gleam, 56.8%, 58.6% chance to 2-hit Oko. Shadow Ball, guaranteed 2-hit. 53.1% chance for a 2-hit on a Thunderbolt. What I'm saying is Bear Tick is Flutter Mane's check. It's its counter. It's amazing to see because people don't expect it. I did have a few instances where people were like, they waited the Snow out, and then they were like, all right, we waited the Snow out. Now Bear Tick is in fact slower than Flutter Mane. I'm going to hit you with the Moonblast. You go down to what? You lose at the most 86.2% of your health. Turn around, heavy slam, KO for the win. Now, if they are Focus Sash, which I didn't run into it, you're not going to KO it. If the Snow is out, it's going to end up KOing you because of speed. But that is, in fact, the reason why I went with Tailwind. Brave Bird, Taunt, and Will-O-Wisp on the Talonflame. So there you got two really good ways for speed control. We have Aurora Veil on the Bomb Snow. We have... Aurora Veil on the Bomb Snow. We have Blizzard on the Bomb Snow as well, and we have Blizzard on Iron Bundle. So that was the first iteration of the Snow. And then I was like, man, I just don't really feel the Excalibur. Excalibur was kind of not feeling it. I mean, he does take advantage of the Snow, so that's why I went with it. But it gave me 4 weaknesses, 4 Pokemon that had Ice that was Ice type, that had the disadvantages of being an Ice type. So I was like, all right, what if we just try a full-on Fairy Steel Dragon type? We go with Salamence because he's flying, right? Because of Ting-Lu and stuff like that. And I have a Fairy type, Terra type Salamence that I used on the Mono Dragon team. So I was like, we can handle that. It's got dual Wing Beat. It's got Terra Blast. Or it's got, dual Wing Beat. It's got Terra Blast for Fairy stab moves. And it's got Tailwind. I'm like, that's a really good play. We could use him, and then we could have King Gambit. And I tested a few times on Flutter on the Showdown, and I don't know, I just wasn't having it. It was too many physical Pokemon. Well, it wasn't that it was too many physical Pokemon. It just, I don't know, something about it just wasn't working out for me. And I think it just came down to the speed of the Tailwind and stuff like that. So that's when I dropped the Salamence off the team, and I went back with the Talonflame. Went Ghost Terra, has the Gallowing, has the Clover Cloak, so it cannot be faked out. Has Tailwind, Taunt, Will-O-Wisp, and Brave Bird. Will-O-Wisp came in handy a lot. It was really, really good. It helped a lot on the physical things. I did try and land some taunts on some Trick Rooms. That's your one counter to Trick Room, because if you can taunt them, but a lot of people are using Focus or using Mental Herb, Mimikyu, and then the Hatterene, who has the magic bounce or whatever it is that bounces the taunt back to you. And then I don't think it's affected by the taunt too. So that was the issue. Biggest issue was, in fact, Tailwind with the team. We have things like the Freeze Dry to help with Dondozos, and we have Tailwind, we have Will-O-Wisp, plenty of ways to help with Dondozo. So then I was like, the one thing I really was like, okay, we have an issue. We have a Bear Tick who is going to be one of our primary ways to deal damage. If he gets intimidated, it could be potentially a bad thing. But here's the other thing I want to show you real quick, and I should have showed you this. If you go like this, this is the problem. This is why I went with the Garchomp. The Heavy Slam becomes a guaranteed 2-hit KO when you're at the -1 attack. So if you get intimidated, you go from a 1-hit KO to a 2-hit KO. But what I decided to do was, a lot of the Intimidators are, in fact, Arcanine. I was like, we'll just run Special Garchomp. We'll get rid of the Excalibur, and we'll just run Special Garchomp. Because what they're going to do is they're going to focus on burning you. They're going to focus on cycling in the attacks. And I was like, hey, we can't deal with that with Special Garchomp. So this is what I came up with. It's the pretty standard Special Garchomp that I've come across as far as when I was researching what's a good Garchomp, Special Garchomp build. It's the Life Orb, it's Earth Power, Draco Meteor, Flamethrower, and Protect. It's not actually Flamethrower, it's Fire Blast. Now, the biggest issue I had with this team was potential miss. Oh no, not the Earth Power. Potential miss, potential miss, potential miss. Potential miss. I missed so many moves in the 20 matches that I played with this team in the Global Challenge that it made me sad. Anyways, so the final addition of the team was this. This is what the team looks like. This is what we went with. And I went with Fluttermane with a Focus Sash because I didn't have it on the team. And then the Bomb Snow ended up with an Icy Rock to make sure that snow is lasting as long as possible, because there was some times where I was running out of snow and then Bear Tick wasn't fast and it wasn't doing what I needed to. And then I opted for Rock Slide, Icicle Crash, and Heavy Slam. Rock Slide for flinches. I can't tell how many times that actually came in clutch, where I was able to flinch because you're really fast. So you flinch and then you were able to do things with Iron Bundle or Garchomp or Fluttermane or whatever is happening at that point. So this is the team. Well, like I said, we're going to jump over onto cartridge now, and then we will do... I'll probably just do 2 battles because we're right at the 15-minute mark. So if you want to jump ahead, you're going to be around 15 minutes to jump into the battles. All right. This is the team, and like this is my 3rd take, so they're all asleep. But I just want... You know, when I do the breakdowns, I like showing you guys the team and what it actually looks like. Because I like to put effort into what a team looks like. You know, you can go out and you can just catch regular Pokemon, which is honestly what I was going to do here. I was just going to catch regular this guy. I already had this dude from the playthrough. This guy I shiny hunted already. This guy I already had from a previous trade. And then I was just going to use a regular old Talonflame. It wasn't even a Mark Hunt. I wasn't going to do anything special. So I was just hanging out, playing Pokemon, and I was just surfing on Facebook, looking, just not looking for anything really, and I was going through some of the Pokemon groups I'm part of, and these people were like, hey, I'll trade apricorn balls, or whatever they're called, for these Pokemon, or, you know, some other Pokemon, and I happened to have, some of the Pokemon that they were looking for, so I was like, yo, I'm just going to do it. I'm going to get all shiny Pokemon. So I traded shiny Pokemon for them, and I traded some apricot. I don't remember what I traded for what, but that's how it went down. Why I bring that up is because I just want to point out the green is messing with my green screen. I just want to point out that basically what I'm bringing it up is because I want to point out that if you really want shiny Pokemon and you don't want, you know, you can't really sit there and spend the half hour each time to hunt for them, there is a way. All you got to do is get online and be active and start trading your shiny Pokemon, your apricot ball, your apricorn balls, whatever they're called. They're apricorn balls, right? That's what it's called. Anyways, trade those. Some people will even take ability patches. I know that, like, some of those things are really rare in the game, but, I mean, if you're looking for a shiny Pokemon, you're not going to use a level ball, because I didn't use it. I didn't even realize that was a special Pokeball until I looked it up. I was like, well, I'll trade it. I'm never going to use it. Trade it for a shiny Pokemon. Why not? So, this is what the team looks like. We're going to get into today's battles. First and foremost, if you guys are excited for the battles, hit that like button. And we are on our final push to 200 subscribers. The last time I looked, it was yesterday, it was 191 subscribers. Huge shout out to everyone who has hit that subscribe button. So, scroll down, hit the subscribe button. It's absolutely free. It's the freest, easiest subscription you will ever have. You get the benefit of knowing when my daily Pokemon content come out, which I didn't post anything yesterday because I was busy with the family. But you get the know when my daily Pokemon content come out, and you get to help me reach 200 subscribers for the channel. So with all that being said, let's get on to today's battles. Okay, here we go. Battle number 1, Pikachu. Pikachu. It's a flippin' Pikachu. And they also have a Talonflame. So we definitely lead Pikachu. We definitely lead our Pikachu because we have one. No, we lead our Talonflame. And we lead our Bomb Snow. Now what do we need from here? So, We definitely need Iron Bundle. Okay? Because it has Blizzard, it has Freeze Dry, and it has Hydro Pump. Now, the final question is, who's our final Pokemon gonna be? We could end with Fluttermane, Focus Sash. Fluttermane could be really good. Beartic could even be okay. Garchomp could even be okay. But the Goltuck scares the Garchomp because he's Fire Terra. I think it's just gonna be Beartic. Why not? First battle of the episode. Just run Beartic. Fluttermane might have been a really good bring because it's Focus Sashed and all that stuff, but yeah. We'll see. The cup was in the wrong spot. Meowscarada and Talonflame. So we could like Will-O-Wisp here, but I really want to set up Tailwind. And then I really want to set up the Aurora Veil. Let me see what happens. U-turn. Oh, bug type U-turn. Okay, we lived that. Perfect. U-turn. Bug type U-turn. Okay, so they're Protean, whatever that ability is, where they change. Kilowattrel's gonna come in and benefit from this. Here, Tailwind. They are not setting up right now, which is weird. They Flare Blitz. Okay. So our next course of action is bringing our Blizzard user. Because now they don't have Gale Wind or anything. Yeah. Okay. Our speed goes off. Let's taunt Kilowattrel. Let's Terrassle his eyes. And let's hit the Blizzard button. Now the snow is up, so our defenses are going to be up on the Iron Bundle, and we do have some investment in like the HP and stuff like that, and the 4 extra in the defense. So we have that. Okay, Talonflame faints, and Kilowattrel faints. Yep, that's the Blizzard, baby. And we use Taunt for no reason than just to taunt. I came up against the same type of combo here, but they set Tailwind and they were able to benefit from the Tailwinds. What Tailwind does, Kilowattrel has like wind power or something like that for an ability, and it like gives it boosts. I don't exactly know what boost it gives it, but it does. And this is just going to be a I mean, we just Brave Bird. And Blizzard. They Terrassle his eyes, which is definitely the correct thing to do. We didn't Blizzard, I meant to say Freeze Dry. I hope I hit Freeze Dry. What do they got here? Ice type. Okay. We got a Rock Slide that thing is not gonna want. And we have Priority Brave Bird. That's awesome. Good out of here, Miss Meowscarada. Okay. That was a lot of recoil damage, too. That's crazy. And we Freeze Dry. But it's not going to take it out because they don't have their weakness to it. And they have a defense boost, but that's a special attack. That was a crit. So see, if they would have kept their... If they would have kept their typing, their water type, we would have KO'd. So now we get to bring Beartic in. And, yeah, we'll just, like, Rock Slide. Probably. Rock Slide Protect. And then we'll try and fire off like a Hydro Pump or something. Protect comes through here on Iron Bundle. And the Rock Slide comes through on the Golduck. Not taking it out, but it did flinch. Let's go Beartic. One more Rock Slide. And Freeze Dry for Chip. Freeze Dry, it shouldn't take it out because of how much it did last time. And the Rock Slide, barring a miss, wins the game. GG. That was good. That was a very good Terra, I have to admit, on the Golduck, because it took advantage of their defense being boosted, which probably let them actually live that Rock Slide. So, GG's, great game. All right, final battle for this episode. We're only doing 2. Yeah. I've had like 4 long battles in a row, and I just can't. It's already going to be a longer episode because of the breakdown. Okay. Some Tailwind action. I don't even know. I have no idea because of the Hariyama. Like, what do we do about that? We have ways to deal with the dragons and stuff, but what do we do with the Hariyama? We didn't get it in time. Yeah, I didn't get it in time, so we're gonna be leaving Flutter Mane. I have it set up wrong. The way the Pokemon are in order. I mean, I'll take Flutter Mane here. Flutter Mane and Beartic. Okay. Let's just protect. Switch the snow in. I had no idea what to do with the Hariyama. I kind of figured they were going to lead double dragons, but I don't know. I just froze there for a second. I didn't even know why I froze, but I just did. But we'll protect here. And they Shadow Ball into the protect. Okay, so we Terrasilize next turn for sure. And a Flash Cannon. That's fine. Let's do it. Helping Hand, Terrasilize, Dazzling Gleam. Let's see what happens here. Let's see what happens. They are double dragons. We probably don't outspeed. I wish we would have set up Tailwind. Should have set up Tailwind. Should have led up Bomb Snow. Should have led Talonflame. Brought Beartic. And brought this dude. Okay. Ooh, that's not good. Dazzling Gleam. Let's go. Double KO. Come on, Flutter. You're fully invested. Get that double KO. Where does the Dragon Ball have to hang on with a dang Focus Dash? And Curse Body. What the heck, bro? Oh, that's terrible. Okay, Belly Bolt. Belly Bolt comes in. Okay. I'm going to try and set up an Aurora Veil here, but I don't know if we're going to get it up. The Terrestrial's Eyes, is it Belly Bolt? That's your wisest choice. It is Belly. Okay, what is it? Steel? Electric. Okay, Rock Slide is going to be really good. Because if we look... Oh no, it's Ground. I'm sorry. I should have brought that damn Garchomp. We should live this, barring, you know, crits and stuff. We do live. We return our Shadow Ball in return. And if we can get up the Aurora Veil, that would be really good. We do get Aurora Veil up, which is going to help us in the end game with Charge Beam. Fluttermane avoids the Charge Beam. Okay, that's good. Hariyama. Okay. Protect. And what if we just switch here? Do we switch here? And Blizzard. Okay, just because of Fake Out, that's why. There's the Fake Out. Whatever. And an Acid Spray. Okie dokie. Moonblast. Helping Hand. So so the fact that we didn't bring the right Pokemon is just on our be it on our head at that point. But we should have definitely led the Fluttermane. I mean, leading the Fluttermane was probably the right call with the Tailwind. But here's a Helping Hand Moonblast. If this doesn't take out this thing, I don't know what will. Okay. Hariyama goes down. What I'm saying is, if we would have led our Tailwind, it would have been a little bit better. We could have led Tailwind and Snow. And then just would have been, you know, thriving from there. But they do get the Acid Spray off to take out the Bear Tick, or the, not the Bear Tick, the Obama Snow. Fluttermane's move is no longer disabled. Let's see. They could still win with this thing. Garchomp was the bring. That's what I'm saying. Fluttermane, Garchomp, Obama Snow, Beartick, I think would have been really good here. Let's just bring Beartick in, just because the Iron Bundle hits a little bit harder. So if we can get some good chip here, and what we'll do is protect you. And should we just go for Icicle Crash or Rock Slide Flinches? Let's go for Rock Slide Flinches. We'll alternate our protects here. We have to. Rock Slide. Get a flinch. Get a flinch. I knew that was going to happen. We can't avoid that. Okay, there's a flinch. Now it's Moonblast. Stab, Icicle Crash. Still has a chance to flinch, but that did a lot more damage. They do get charged again. But what we're trying to do is we're trying to get it low enough so if we can just bring in the Iron Bundle and sweep. But we don't need to. Or not sweep, but Iron Bundle could have came in and finished. Let's say that we didn't knock them out, right? And the Moonblast put it down to like 2 HP, and then they did a discharge or whatever their spread, parabolic charge or whatever it was their spread move is, and they would have been charged because of our attacks, and they took out both of our Pokemon. At the end of the day, they would have been low enough where Iron Bundle could have came in, hit a freeze dry, and potentially could have picked up the victory. Not saying that's, anything can happen. It is Pokemon, but, that just goes to show right there. I think I'm going to definitely put this one in the episode. I wasn't planning on it because I messed up in the beginning, and I hate putting my mess-ups in just because I'm still really new at the game, so it's hard for me to put it out there when I'm just trying to show you guys how to use teams and stuff. But this goes to show that you can mess up, keep a level head, and continue to play. Trust that you have the Pokemon you need, which we could have had better Pokemon, but we had our strong Pokemon, and we were able to pick up. We didn't even need to show our 4th Pokemon in the end. Not going to say that's happened every time, but not going to say that happens every time. But a big component of it is keeping a level head, and I learned that in the GC, this past GC, because I went into day 2 really frustrated with some stuff that was going on around me, and it affected me to the point where I only won 1 match out of 5, and I stopped playing. So that's going to be the episode. I'm going to throw the rental code up for you guys, because now I'm able to make it a rental code and release it to you guys. So 1 second. All right, let's do it. Let's do it. Not that. That's the wrong thing. We want share. All right. Here we go. And I thought I went right to it. Anyways, here it is. Here's the rental code for today's episode for the FaF Snow team, the Fast and Furious Snow team, the fastest snow team. Yep. The reason why it's called FaF Snow is because pretty much everything on here has a way of being fast, whether it's through the Tailwind with the Talonflame, the booster energy on the Iron Bundle, the full speed investment on the Fluttermane, and the full speed investment on the special Garchomp, or the Slush Rush on the Beartic. The team's fast, and when you're fast, you can hit hard. If I'm looking at the team now, after using it in as many battles as I have used the team in, I would probably change Garchomp out for something. Just because, it's cool, it's just funny to use special, but, there are Pokemon with the special attack that hit way harder out there. I could even see, a Chi-Yu going on the team. I could see Chi-Yu working really well on this team, even though we have a Talonflame. So it does have a Fire Grass Water Core and the Talonflame Obama Snow Beartic, but, I could definitely see Chi-Yu working on this team pretty well, backing up Fluttermane, backing up Iron Bundle, and even Abomasnow. So this is what the team looks like. It's made up of Talonflame, Abomasnow, Iron Bundle, Beartic, Garchomp, and Fluttermane. This is the team that I used in Global Challenge 3. The rental code will be active for the rest of the season, probably the rest of Regulation C, because I don't really plan on taking it down, because I have plenty of accounts to run plenty of rental codes. So it's very rare that I actually take my rental codes down. So even if you think it's down, it's probably still up, because that's just how I do it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed this team. I do plan on using this team on the next episode of Draco Straight into Master Ball. But if you did enjoy, hit that like button. And if you're new to the channel, help me build the DK Trading YouTube channel. We are on our way to 200 subscribers. We are getting there closer each and every day. So help build the DK Trading YouTube channel by scrolling down, hitting that sub button. It is legit the easiest thing you will ever do. As far as subs, all you have to do is hit the button. It's 100% free, and then you stay up to date with my daily content. Until next time, spread some positivity, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.